up, y'all? We are back with another video. Today we're going to be talking a little bit about Stranger Things Season 5. But before we get into it, definitely smash the like button because it definitely helps, and make sure you're subscribed to the channel. So to get into this, I want to talk about a couple of things, starting off with basically Will helping Eleven on how to defeat Vecna and everything. Now, the reason I say I think Will can be capable of helping Eleven, because I think, you know, with him being attached to the Upside Down and him actually being the only thing that actually keeps the Upside Down working for real in reality, I think Will is the piece that keeps the Upside Down connected to reality, you know, being out there in the real world because of Will Byers. And that's why he says I still feel him and everything in Stranger Things Season 4, because he's still connected to Vecna. And I think he's going to actually be converted into a villain, like I talked about in my previous videos, or at least almost to the point where he's on Team Vecna. And I think he's going to actually learn things as he gets darker and darker, and he's going to be able to tell Eleven, like, hey, I know how he operates and he moves. This is the way you have to defeat Vecna. And I think, you know, just off the Duffers saying, like, hey, this season is going to surround Will Byers a lot, it makes sense, because they said they're going back to how it started, which it started with Will Byers in season 1 of Stranger Things, so it's only right to end with Will Byers. I think when you sit here and think about it, it all just makes sense, and it's a full circle moment for Stranger Things fans and, you know, just Stranger Things in general. Or I even had, you know, a crazy thought on, you know, what if Victor Creel helps them? You know, maybe, you know, they even try to go talk to him and stuff like that. You remember Nancy and Robin? They kind of went and approached him and stuff like that. Maybe he actually comes through and helps them defeat, you know, Henry Creel and stuff like that. Maybe he's the one who actually knows a little bit more when it comes to him and the weakness and stuff like that. I can see him actually giving them some pointers, but I can be wrong. I think something's telling me Will is going to play a big part on helping them. I told you, I think Will, with him just being connected so much when it comes to the Upside Down and stuff like that, I'm thinking if I had to put money on it, that he's going to be the one to check out. I think sadly Will's going to be the one that has to go, because he's the connection that's keeping the Upside Down, you know, still up and running. If you kind of look through previous, you know, episodes and everything with Stranger Things, he's the one that's keeping, you know, a lot of stuff alive with the Upside Down. He's the connection to Vecna, and I think they're going to reveal a little bit more of that in Stranger Things Season 5. Now, I talked to you guys about Max Mayfield being in this coma and everything, and I think we're going to see her run and stuff like that. She even just talked about it, you know, in a previous interview, said, I guess, she said something along the lines like, basically, I guess they just like seeing me run or having me run. I think it's going to be something where she's actually present in Vecna's mind or his lair, like I told you guys in previous videos, where she's trapped in his mind and stuff. She's basically seeing Demogorgons and Demobats and stuff. She's still trying to escape, but it's not a reality. It's actually through the other side, similar to like Will, you know what I'm saying? And I'm starting to think that maybe we will even see Max get out a little early. I'm telling you, I think for sure she's going to actually be trapped with Vecna and, you know, in that lair, but she's going to get out eventually and help her friends and stuff like that. And I also think that how I said Will can help, you know, the gang and help Eleven, I think Max can help also. I think Eleven is going to be talking to Max on the other side, you know, trying to help her, and I think that they're going to find out one day by going to that hospital and like, hey, I think something's going on with Max, and Eleven's going to do that same stuff where she kind of summons herself into the other side, and she's going to see everything that's going on. You know, Max probably being tied up with the vines and stuff like that, being tortured and stuff like that. So I definitely think that it's going to be something along those lines where Eleven finds it out, but Max is going to find out Vecna's weakness, but I can be wrong. And I was thinking maybe we'll get a flashback on basically when Will first went to the Upside Down, like we get an older flashback of Vecna. That'll be crazy. Like whole time people, you know, a lot of people been asking like, okay, what if Will saw Vecna? What if that was the first person he seen when he's in the Upside Down, besides, you know, the Demogorgons and everything? That would be crazy, getting a flashback of young Will crossing paths with Vecna in the Upside Down. So whole time we didn't even know about Vecna. He kind of, you know, came out of season 4, but now maybe the whole time he was just standing there by Will. He knew everything that was going on. He was the reason for a lot of stuff. He was responsible for a lot of things. Will seen Vecna, and like, you know, it's some flashbacks showing like how it operated on the back end of things with the Upside Down. I could definitely see that being a flashback. We do know we're getting a flashback of young Will for sure from that previous BTS of Stranger Things we just got with, you know, young Will falling. Maybe Vecna's involved in that, but I can definitely see a flashback being, you know, brought to us else with him being frontline and with young Will and kind of just explaining a lot of things. It could happen, but it also, probably won't. But I would say that would be cool to see a flashback with Vecna and young Will showing that he was there the whole time. And something else that's crazy, when you think about it, okay, we know that the Upside Down is froze. The Upside Down is froze on the same day and everything. And it was from when Will got took with the Upside Down and stuff. It's a theory out there that I want to talk about that's very interesting, basically saying that Will died, and that's not Will. That's basically a rebirth. Now, I'm saying this. I think that Will is a rebirth of Vecna. That can also be something crazy, that Will is a rebirth of Vecna the whole time. Will died. Remember we saw that, like, duplicate of the fake Will and Hopper found, and, they try to fool us, and they pull Will out the lake. But obviously that was fake. But people are saying that, what if Will died? And I'm going to say, if he did, that has to be a rebirth of Vecna, the Will we see now, like young Henry Creel, and he's kind of growing into being the next Vecna. That would be crazy. This whole time we're thinking his Will is not. That'd be a crazy twist. That's why he's still connected and stuff like that. But I think that'll just be a far-fetched twist. I think the reason he's connected to Vecna is just because he just has that attachment still, and it's still the whole time all of the Upside Down or whatever you want to call it did not exit out of him from the earlier seasons. I think that's what's going on, but hey, I can be wrong. And then when you sit here and think about it, is 11 going to have to, change her identity? I mean, that could be a thing. We saw like pictures of her. She has her hair back, grew out and stuff like that. She probably will have to change her identity just because, they are looking for her. She's actually wanted in Hawkins and stuff like that. So maybe we see 11 that's actually, with a changed identity. And of course, she's going to have long hair. Maybe her name changed. Maybe they're hiding her. I think they might have to hide 11, to be honest. Maybe that's why they're using that radio station WSQK is to hide 11. Maybe that's to hide how she lives there, because they're actually looking for 11 from a previous season 4. So I think that could actually be something where we're seeing her being hidden from Hawkins, and everybody else is out trying to help Hawkins and stuff, and the whole time she's hidden. So if she has a lot of time to herself, that's why I said maybe she can end up connecting with Max on the other side on a lot of her time and helping her. She's telling her friends like, hey, Max is in trouble, I have to help her. Like, that makes sense. That's something Stranger Things would do. Like, you got 11 over here by herself with all the kids over here doing stuff, and whole time she's having moments like in season 1 where she was in a basement. Remember, she's putting a blindfold on and moving shit when Mike was in school. Maybe it's something like that, but this time she's just helping Max, you know what I'm saying? But I definitely think Will's going to be converted to the dark side, but I can be wrong. And I still think that he's either going to sacrifice himself or 11. Maybe Nancy's a goner and Steve. I think Nancy would be a goner from her previous, the little situation she had with Vecna. She's seen a lot of the stuff. I think that can be a sign or some type of foreshadow on showing us that Nancy might not make it in season 5, but I could be wrong. I definitely think Steve Harrison is a goner just because that was the original plan. When you sit here and think about everything with Stranger Things season 5, this has the potential to be the best Stranger Things season. I really think that it's going to be one of those seasons that's going to have us very, very, very emotional. We're going to definitely be, up and down with emotions. Probably one of the craziest endings in just movie and TV show history. We know that it's coming out in 2025. Stranger Things Day is approaching us. I would assume that we're going to get some more news on Stranger Things Day. I can't wait. I'm so pumped, bro, like to see what happens with Stranger Things. I'm so ready for this. We've seen this clock in season 4 that's been, coming in, and you kind of hear the noise when it comes with Vecna's curse and everything. It almost seems like we're going to have some type of time travel involved. And I started to think like, okay, with time travel, if time travel is involved in Stranger Things season 5, what will it be needed for? And I thought like, okay, it can be needed for multiple things. Go back to save Max. I don't know if that will happen. That's kind of far-fetched. Or maybe Hawkins is so bad and there's not no way of kind of just fixing Hawkins that they do time travel to fix Hawkins, but it kind of messes up a lot of things with Vecna, and that's how it gets bad. But I can be wrong, but I definitely think it's going to be something with time travel. Maybe they go back to time travel with Will and see if they can fix something that happened with Will. Maybe they have to go back to get him unconnected from the Upside Down. Also, 11 actually opened the gate in the beginning, and it really took a lot of power. It took a lot of power for her to open this gate and everything. And I know for a fact, in order for this all to end, she has to shut that gate. That gate has to be shut at some point in season 5. So to be honest, I think that can be her moment when she's unalived or something. Like, maybe it takes so much power she has to sacrifice herself. You know, that'll be so emotional, seeing the gate close slowly, you know, with Vecna in it. And it's like a full circle moment because that's how they open. So it's closing slowly, but this time, you know, 11, I can just see it. 11's probably closing the gate, and she turns around and looks at Mike and everybody, and she's like, bye, Mike. And it's over. She goes to dust, bro. I would literally fucking cry, bro. Like, I will literally cry. Like, I swear to fucking God, I will go crazy. Like, if she closes the gate and she just tells everybody bye, if she goes up into dust, similar how she did in the fucking classroom, I will literally lose it, bro. Like, but that's just some stuff I kind of, you know, was just thinking about and kind of wanted to bring to you guys to see what you all think. What do you all think about all the little theories and, you know, the possibilities that can happen in Stranger Things season 5? Do you think any of these can happen? I definitely think out of Ollie's the one with Will being with Vecna. I don't know why I'm so sold on that. I think he's gonna end up giving in and being with Team Vecna, but I can be wrong. Comment down below. Unfortunately, this is the end of the video. I want you all to hit me up on all my social medias at ILIKESCARY. I will see y'all in the next one. Peace.